نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بك من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. قال عز وجل في الكتاب المجيد: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال عز وجل في الكتاب المجيد أيضا: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة، أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون. We begin in the name of Allah. We testify that there is no one worthy of worship except Him, and Muhammad is His messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace and blessings on the Prophet, beloved Prophet of God. We also acknowledge today this gathering where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us: Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha nudiya lis-salah min yawm al-jum'ah fas'au ila dhikrillah wa dharul bay'. And mashallah, the community is here. Allah has commanded us, when the call to prayer is made, then leave off everything and go hasten, go quickly towards what? The dhikr of Allah, the remembrance of Allah. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. And leave off trade, leave off work, leave off school, leave off other things, chores that you're doing, but busy yourself at this time with the remembrance of Allah. And so the ayat that were recited, and this is Jumu'ah, is all about remembering Allah. The ayat that were recited, both of them mention something that is beautiful, and it could be found, it could only be found in the life of a believer, of a person of faith. What is that beautiful thing? It's one word. It's one word, and that is called taqwa. O you who believe in Allah and have faith, have taqwa of God. Be God conscious. Be steadfast. Be good. Make sure you take care of your business in terms of your faith, in terms of your duties to God, in terms of your duties to mankind. Have taqwa of Allah as it ought to be, as you have to have this taqwa, as you understand it to be the best way of life. And do not find yourself, let not that approach you except that you have submitted to Allah as a Muslim, as somebody who submits to Allah, as the one who is recognized as a slave, a servant, a believer in God. And then the second ayah that was recited from Surah Al-Hashr, in addition to this first ayah that we generally mention every time. O you who believe, have taqwa of Allah. Again, it says, this ayah is very beautiful in a way that it reminds us twice about having taqwa. And it says, be God conscious, and He says, وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. Let each soul, let everybody, let them look into what they have prepared or what they have sent or gathered for tomorrow. Ghadan, for tomorrow. And this is not about the 401k plan, and this is not about the social security or the medical health or other examinations and doctor calls and appointments and staff meetings. That's not the tomorrow we're talking about here. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He reminds again, wattaqullah, second time. Be God conscious in your conduct. Be God conscious in how you deal with your families. Be God conscious in how you deal with one another. Be dutiful to Allah. Wattaqullah, inna Allah khabirun bima ta'malun. He verily knows what you are doing, right? What you're gathering. And then He continues, Allah Azza wa Jalla, وَلَا تَكُونُوا, and do not be like those, كَالَّذِينَ, the example of them, نَسُوا اللَّهِ, who forgot Allah. فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُم, And really, it's not that they forgot Allah, it's really they forget who they were. فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ, they forgot themselves, meaning who they really were. They were supposed to be slaves of God, but they thought that they were somebody else. فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. And these are the people that are wretched people. These are bad examples. These are people who are bad. They have bad souls. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, after giving us this guidance of taqwa and not forgetting where we are and who we are, لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة. That the people of hell and people of Jannah, of paradise, are not the same. People of hell and people of Jannah are not the same. They're not the same. That is, you can't compare them. That's what we you can't compare the two. أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون. They will have success. These are the people of the companions of Jannah, the people who will dwell in Jannah. So today I just want to remind myself and you, inshallah, what we are seeking, what we are looking for in this life, and that is the goal. I want to start with a story, inshallah, as I reminded you of these ayat. There was a very busy marketing professional who worked in Wall Street, a businessman perhaps. And he was so busy that once he bought his house, he wanted to have a very luscious, beautiful garden. A type of garden, landscape, that had everything automatic. So he doesn't have to do anything except press a button. The sprinkler system, the rain garden, the trees that he planted, the grass, how tall it could grow, and the leaves, the fruits that would come, and all these things he had ideas. So he gathered all these ideas and he spoke with a horticulture who would guide him through the landscape project. And for everything he says, I want it to be perfect and I want it to be done by itself. I don't want to have to move around. I don't want to have to cut out and pull out the weed. I don't want to have to do all these things to add all these soils and every time and prune the trees and maintain the lawn in a certain way. It has to be perfect and it has to be on its own. I don't have to do much to the garden. And the horticulture, he listened, until a point that became, well, I want it to be perfect like this. And he said, the garden that you're talking about, I have a perfect case for that garden. And I would have, as you wish, you would have that. But for that garden, you have to work really hard. And so the man said, what type of garden is this? And he said, well, this is the garden you'll get in the hereafter, where you don't have to move a finger to get whatever you want. But for that garden, you have to work really, really hard before you get that garden. And the garden that you're seeking is not possible in this life. Life is full of trials, life is full of temptations, life is full of jug handles and U-turns and all these things that happen. Why? Because we make mistakes and this is who we are. That's why Allah says, have taqwa of Allah. Do your best. That's what it means. Have taqwa of Allah. You have a conscience, right? And you use that to gain nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it comes as long as you are near, or you are the person who personifies the figure of Allah, you have Allah near you. And that's why he means, فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ أَذْكُرْكُمْ, right? Remember Allah and He will remember you. So this is the reminder, inshallah, as we remember this. So I have three, inshallah, ideas. Before we go into positives, I want to talk about some things that we really have to do in order to focus who we are. We're Muslims, right? We're Muslims. We're not, and this is for our children and our sisters and men and my family and myself, we are Muslims. We're different than whatever's going on out there. We're Muslims. And I want to explain this, inshallah, to try to explicate what I mean by that. We are people who believe in the hereafter. We are people who have goals other than the goals of this life. We have objectives to gain the hereafter. Everything that we do, we try to put it together with that link in that garden that we're seeking. That automatic sprinklers and the wishful thinking, I want these fruits and I want this. That's the garden we're looking for. And sometimes you get confused because everything's out there. It's a very consumer, materialistic society and culture that we live in. Many of them do not have that religion called religion of Islam. Whether you call it capitalism, materialism, consumerism, whatever you want to call it. Some of them, that's their deen. That is their deen. That is the way of their life. All their goals and objectives, if we have all these goals, if we identify them and put them on paper, and they're all about the goals of this dunya, then that's the protocol of shaitan. That's the protocol. That's the vision that shaitan has. He wants all of us to be busy with it. And this is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He mentioned zikr, right? The nasiyah, right? This is the reason. Forgetfulness. Do not forget who you are. فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ. Because they forgot God, they left God out there somewhere. And you would find that today. This is a society and culture that's moving in a direction that our Prophet warned. You couldn't think of a couple hundred years ago where God, the name of God, people would actually hesitate to mention that. Because they think now you're bringing religion into the argument of society or business or anything. This was a noble thing. And last 50 years or so, even people when they say, God bless you, it's gone down to bless you. And all these, because we don't want to mention God, and this is not a religious, or this is not a prayer, right? A spiritual thing. Or there's a separation between state and religion. We understand that separation. But even if you are, no matter what religion you belong to, the God was given in the picture. Unless you're an atheist. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about that. Their religion is, in the Quran, described, hayhata, hayhata. This is it, this is it. Hayhata, hayhata. This is what it means. Lima tu'adun. This far away, far removed is what you have been promised. إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا حَيَاتُنَا الدُّنْيَا نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَبْعُوثِينَ. Subhanallah. Part of an ayah, and he just summarized, this is their deen. Right? Far, far removed. Hayhata, hayhata, lima tu'adun. What you have been promised. Al-akhirah. In here, this is it. Al-hayatuna dunya. Our lives of this worldly life, materialistic life. We live and we die. We live and we die. We bury the people. نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَبْعُوثِينَ. We will not be resurrected. We will not be brought back. Right? So enjoy the world. That's what they say. And this is their religion. So we have to be different. And this is where I want to start with first, inshallah. Having clutter removal. This idea of materialism and consumerism and being consumed by Amazon and Facebook and Instagram. There's use for it, and I totally agree with you. But there's a point where your soul becomes this individual who's wretched, and who all they're looking for either is the next post where you're jealous of somebody's accomplishment and their visit to paradise, whatever they call it, and then, or you're looking at it and saying, I wish I had that, I wish I had that. Oh, let me brag about my weekend now. Okay, this is my turn. And this is the disease of the heart. Our predecessors recognized that. There's a place for everything. But then when it comes down to every other day, if we're shopping on Amazon.com, Allahu Akbar, you join the religion of masses. There's need and there's use. Yes, we understand that. But then there comes, hayhata, lima tu'adun. We get involved and absorbed so much that we forget who we are, where we are, what we're doing, and what we're all about. Our goals become, can I get the next sofa set? Can I get the curtain set? Can I get the swimming pool? Can I get the solarium and the sunroof? Can I get the... And it continues. It continues. And it goes nowhere. Because that financial time, that moment that you have, that opportunity, had we spent building ourselves nearness to Allah, we wouldn't look back and say, 10 years I worked and I built a swimming pool and I spent 2 months in it and it got cold. And I'm giving you an example. People who have swimming pools, mashallah, it's beautiful, enjoy it. But I'm giving you an example what this dunya leads to. And there's nothing you can say. If so-and-so has Amazon stuff coming in, there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to recognize that it becomes, to a certain level, it's not balanced anymore. We're not individuals who are balanced. So again, I remind you and myself, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, ittaqullah. حقا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد. Have taqwa of Allah, and then look at what you're preparing for tomorrow. Look at what we are preparing for tomorrow. What is it that we have gathered? And so we have to move past this, and that's why I said we're Muslims. We believe in more than this materialistic life and a collection of toys. Right? After a certain point, my boys, and they get tired of them too. They said, "I will move on to something else." And this is what we do. So let us gather things that will benefit us, inshallah, in the year after, and in this life as well. So first, as I mentioned about the society and culture, we have to be careful. Number 2, assessment of your time. I want to mention that assessment of your time. In computer science, when you study software engineering, they used to have a term called WYSIWYG. Right? And I want the kids to remember it. Right? It's a funny term, WYSIWYG. And W, right? WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So you plug into this software or something, right? Computer code, and whatever parameter was, that's all you have to do. You didn't have to do much to it. And our hearts are just like that, WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Wherever our eyes, our vision is, our hearts are there. And if we spend our time, right, doing whatever we're doing, and that's what we see every time, this is where our hearts will be. It's going to be stuck. You can't think of it, I don't have this habit of remembering Allah. And I could mention a story of a Muslim family and a non-Muslim family. Same event that happened. Their young daughter, sister, was actually, had cancer. She passed away. A family celebrated the passing of her, right, or commemorated, I guess you could say, before the last day or the last week. Most people had this party. No, not most people. Most of the family gathered, had a party. They all got drunk, most people, to forget the pain, the suffering, what they were going through. That was one family. You report it. It's not something that doesn't happen. And another family, I was there with them. Last day, the brother spent his time, last 6 hours, half a day, with his sister. She was in the bed. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. And then at the end of the day, he was like, after his sister passed away, he said, my brother-in-law, she used to talk so nice about my brother-in-law. He had nothing but good to say about him. And he's going through a tragedy. But as a believer, as a person of faith, as a person who has La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah in his heart. So when calamity comes, when the time that we get tested, when the challenge is hard, what you have stored in yourself, that's what comes out. So it's not Amazon and Facebook and Instagram pictures and all these funny videos show up. It's rather something sweet and beautiful that we recognize, and that's how we answer the call. Because that's all to it. Allah is testing us. That's all. The time is short, time is small, and then we pass away, we go to the test time is over for individuals. So I remind you and myself, اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. Be God conscious as you ought to be the best you could be as a Muslim. And do not die except in a state of Islam, state of submission, being a Muslim. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us. Beware of the consumeristic society. Fame is not the goal in this life. Riches is not the goal. That's the goal of their false prophets in Hollywood. Right? That's all they talk about, fame and riches. This is not a goal that the pre-industrial societies, whether you went to China or India, Hindu India, or Muslim Islamic civilization, it was always about building yourself, whether it's the wisdom and being wise in the Oriental philosophies in China or Buddhist philosophies, or taking care of being a better person, or building a better character as a Muslim. Right? The goal of this culture now becomes how to be rich and famous. That's what we strive for. So I remind you and myself of having Khutbah of Allah and recognizing what are some of the challenges. The idols were broken by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the idols are not coming back. What we have is these messages that distract us from the light of this world, and we have to recognize that. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا أجمعين. I start, inshallah, recognizing, again, mentioning to you the three things I've mentioned about being aware of who we are and where we are in this time and culture. Secondly, I remind you of assessing your time, where your heart is, where your vision is, your heart is there. Whatever you see, wherever you spend your time, that is where your heart is. So be aware of that. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention about clutter removal, or removing these things, is we have problems at home, whether it's financial or spiritual or health or our children. There's this prayer time called in the middle of the night. It's called the Tahajjud prayer, and that's the best time to call on Allah. And that's the time, inshallah, we should seek whenever you get stuck, calling on to Allah, right? As opposed to Google searching things for everything. Right? There's a time and place for everything, but calling on to Allah, that's the best we've been given to connect back to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Now, three things I want to mention, inshallah, and this is a general nasiha, bi'ammatil Muslim. This is a nasiha, advice. Take it whatever it's worth, and if you don't like it, you could leave that, inshallah. Three things I want to mention, inshallah, in order to gain that focus. Our children are here, our staff from Nurul Iman School, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect them and honor them. Our elderly are here. Alhamdulillah, we really rely on their prayers and the barakah of them coming to the masjid. It's a beautiful thing. This is what a community is all about. It's very beautiful to have our elderly seniors come to the masjid. We honor them, and they are really, from my heart, they are part of our community, and really someone that I look up to and I love, inshallah. And without doing, I want to recognize, inshallah, as we are here. First thing, just a general advice: bringing dhikr of Allah back home. Right? My family and I, we've been busy, and other families that I know in the area of good Muslim foundation is that they have halaqah. They have what they call gatherings of remembering Allah. Whether they recite the Quran or go over the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, memorize certain du'as every month, every week, something. But you have to, especially the men of this ummah, right? You're responsible for the upbringing of your family, and that includes your wife and your children, inshallah. If you have a family, that this is what we're responsible for. Reminding them, getting them back to more than just going to shopping and going to other places. So bringing halaqah home, inshallah, I would suggest that as something that practical that we should look into. Bringing that uncle or that elderly person or that auntie who could give a talk on Islam and how to improve as Muslim and how to learn the Quran, inshallah. Next thing I want to mention in this world, in this chaos, as we are near the end of time. No, we shouldn't even have any doubts about it. A couple of weeks back, I think Brother he mentioned about the two signs that I mentioned, Hadith Jibreel, and Tali that Amatu Rabbataha wa Antara al-Khufat al-Urat al-Alat al-Ri'a al-Sha'iyya al-Tawurna al-Bunyan, right? That the slave would give a birth to free people, meaning you won't find any more slavery. And then the other one is the competition of these people who were shepherds and very poor people. Now they're going to compete in building, lofty buildings now. Many of you are coming back from Hajj, alhamdulillah. And so we have to recognize those were the end of time, before the coming of these last final signs. And the sign that talks about the smoke, the dukhan, It's already here. You see it, the smog that you see, the photochemical smog. That's already here. The khasab of the earth in the east, west, and Arabia, the sinking of the earth. If you recognize that, you have global warming. And I believe that what's happening is that the earth is going down because the water level is rising. That's the khasab. That's what happens. And so we're not, this is the end of and when you die, your end is there, obviously. But we want to recognize that this is a time to perform and bringing family together and remembering Allah. So the second thing I want to mention, inshallah, after halaqah, is coming to the masjid, having a goal. There are some people, their goal on a daily basis is to be in the masjid 5 times a day. What a noble goal. Their hearts, literally the hadith of the Prophet that talks about the 7 people who will be under the shade of the throne of God. One of them, his heart or her heart is in the masjid. And there are people like that in our community, alhamdulillah. So the goal should be, if I can make it once a day to the masjid, alhamdulillah. And then the last thing I would mention, inshallah, because the time is limited, and that is doing the azkar of sabah wal masa. This was the habit of the Prophet ﷺ. After the 5 daily prayers, the habit of the Prophet ﷺ daily was that he would remember Allah in the morning, and there are certain azkar. I want you to look into it. If you're going to Google search, look into the morning and evening dhikr of the Prophet ﷺ. There are many of them. And we say, inshallah, Allahumma bika asbahna, wa bika amsayna, wa bika nahya, wa bika namut, wa ilayka al-nushur, as this was the way of the Prophet. Allahumma anta rabbi la ilaha illa anta khalaqtani wa ana abduk wa ana ala ahdika wa wa'dika mastata'tu. Till the end. So there are many azkar, inshallah, you should recognize and remember these. With that, inshallah, I ask Allah, and I remind you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, ittaqullah wal tanzur, and look, wal tanzur, nazar, wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighad. Each soul, you have gathered for tomorrow. Wattaqullah inna Allah khabirun bima ta'malun. Be God conscious, because God knows everything that you do. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُم. Do not be like those, right? Other people who have forgotten God and who forgot who they are. Right? أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. Allah has given us that these are the bad people. These are the people that you should watch out, inshallah. With that, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect our children, our elderly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give help to those who are ailing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give support to those who are financially not stable. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give zawja salihah to the young men and the young women who are looking, inshallah. رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير. Make dua for our beloved Imam Shibli, inshallah, is deep away after Hajj. He went to his family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him and his family as well. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله